From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Tuesday morning. Yesterday was kind of a gloomy day. It was a wet day for some of us, but today is poised to be drier and brighter out there. Already seeing more sunshine in the Yakima Valley this morning. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. It is mild, 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 40s and 50s up in the Cascades, and the same thing for the Blues. Your day planner forecast for today for lower elevations is going to be into the mid to upper 70s around lunchtime, and then mostly up into the 80s at the peak of daytime heating. Can't rule out a few more showers or thunderstorms today, especially for the valleys, the foothills, and especially up in the mountains. The basin going to be a little bit dry. So the bottom line for the forecast, leftover thunderstorm chances for today. The forecast pretty dry from Wednesday through Monday. And the high temperatures, they go up, they go down, they go back up. But in general, if you average it out, it's going to be hot over the next 7 days. So we'll time out specifically these thunderstorm chances with Futurecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, Pasco has made its pick. City leaders just approving the new city manager. We'll introduce you to him coming up.
Plus, a woman escapes a terrifying encounter when a man tried to force her into his car. And this morning, that man is in custody, and we have the details.
And the 4th of July may be over, but fireworks are still sparking heated debate across the region. Some say it's time to ban them again. Others say, let freedom reign. It's all in Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It's Tuesday, July 22nd. Did you enjoy the little cool down yesterday?
I did. I was hoping for some more rain, for some more cool down, but I don't know if we'll get more of that. We'll have to check in with Josh later on.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, a lot of new information this morning.
And we want to start with the city of Pasco. They're now moving forward with its selected candidate for their next city manager position.
Yeah, the city council approving unanimously to pass the employment agreement with Harold Stewart as their next city manager. So Stewart brings over 20 years of public service, including 12 years in city management.
The mayor of Pasco says ultimately one of the things that stood out from him is his leadership skills that he can add to the city of Pasco.
Seemed like someone who's going to be able to really carry our vision forward as a city council. And I think he's going to earn the city and the community's trust very quickly. He does speak Spanish near fluently, so I'm very hopeful, and he seemed to want to deploy that. So I think it's an aggregate of various skill sets that really, to me, meant this was the right guy.
The mayor of Pasco says he believes Stewart will be able to serve all parts of the community.
And the city also says it would like to thank all the finalists for their time in their process of selecting their new city manager.
5:03 now taking a look at a crime alert out of Kennewick. The police department has arrested a man accused of attempting to kidnap a woman. It all happened yesterday afternoon at a storage unit on the west side of the city. That's where police say the suspect allegedly grabbed the woman's keys and tried to force her into his car. Well, she managed to get away. Officers used surveillance video to track the man's car down to an apartment complex on North Tweed Street. They evacuated some nearby units. Then they were able to get that suspect to surrender without incident and arrest him.
And in Grandview, the school district says they were notified of multiple charges filed against a district employee alleging inappropriate conduct involving a minor. The charges were filed on July 17th, and the district says once they learned of the active investigation, the employee was placed on administrative leave. They say they are monitoring the situation and remain in communication with law enforcement as the legal process moves forward. No word yet on who the suspect is or what school they were at, so stay with us for updates.
And tragic news out of Ellensburg. A child has died, 8 others in the hospital following a crash on Interstate 90 that happened over the weekend. According to Washington State Patrol, it happened just before noon on Saturday. Troopers arrived to find a Chevy Tahoe off the road and rolled over. They say the adult driver and 8 passengers were injured, 7 of which were children. Officials say one of those children was declared dead at the scene. An adult passenger was taken to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. The others, including the driver, taken to Kittitas Valley Healthcare. Officials say the driver was the only person wearing their seatbelt. An investigation found that the driver had experienced an unknown medical emergency before that tragic crash.
Looking to statewide news now, for months the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, has been making cuts to federal agencies. This includes the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the group that forecasts the weather. Now, some worry that the cuts could be harmful to forecasting, as many National Weather Service centers are already understaffed. But supporters of DOGE say that the move will help reduce spending and lower inflation. U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell sent President Trump a letter outlining a 5-point plan that she thinks will help improve the NOAA amidst the cuts, including upgrading weather data collection and using more modern emergency alert systems.
Why don't we want to be the most weather-ready nation we can? Why not know this information, likelihood of this storm effect earlier? And that is what our NOAA research lab is doing, is giving us that kind of modeling. But we have to upgrade our radar, our satellites, our buoy system, and make sure that we take that information in, analyze it, create the models.
As of 2 weeks ago, it's not believed that anyone has been laid off from Pendleton's National Weather Service location.
And looking towards Kennewick now, where the 4th of July may be, of course, in the rearview mirror, but the debate about fireworks, it's sparking again.
That's right. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen shows us how city leaders and neighbors are split on what should come next.
From loud booms to colorful skies, fireworks lit up Kennewick neighborhoods this 4th of July. And now they're lighting up passionate opinions.
It just strikes me that this is something that we should take a second look at.
The policy allowing personal fireworks has sparked calls from some in the community, like Kyle Lowe, to reverse course.
I guess I never really understood why Kennewick moved forward with it in the first place, just this area being so dry, so many fires. I mean, I'm like any other person, I enjoy a good fireworks show, but there's safer areas to do it. There's safer atmospheres to do it, like the fireworks show down here.
In 2022, Kennewick lifted the ban on fireworks for the first time in 30 years. And for those who don't like having fireworks around their homes, others say the rule gives them a chance to celebrate freely, and they want the city to stand by that decision.
I understand that it's loud and all that, but it actually brings community together, and we start having barbecues again, and we celebrate, our freedom. And it actually brings a lot of money to our area also in taxes and revenue there.
Council members listen to the feedback from community members, and this is something they may need to look at in the future, especially for those who aren't using what the city deems as legal fireworks, such as Roman candles and aerial spinners.
The sale of fireworks seems to me to be a very unsecured business. Most of the ones I've seen have been in structures that are covered with plastic tents. Not all, but most. The point of this is, if someone wants to be a bad actor, they can create a big problem with very little effort.
It's a celebration that's sparking more than just fireworks. It's reigniting a community conversation about safety, freedom, and what kind of 4th of July Kennewick wants in 2026. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And with passionate voices on both sides, council members say this isn't a one-and-done conversation.
They also say they will continue to listen to what residents are saying. Have you heard any recently this
No,
week?
I actually haven't.
I think I did, but I'm not sure. I think it sounds a little far away,
It's
so I'm
muffled.
not sure exactly.
Yeah,
so.
I think a couple of days ago I might have heard a few just right kind of at dusk.
Mm-hmm. When you guys were talking about it a few weeks ago, I think I was just oblivious and just tuned it out.
You got
But I'm sure it was going on. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I do that a lot.
Well, and I understand, both sides of what people are saying, from the community aspect and people coming together and the barbecues and the enjoyment and kind of having that sense of neighborhood.
Yeah.
When you come together in a cul-de-sac to enjoy the evening. But
then the other
safety
side of it,
first.
pets,
we do live in
people.
an area that, of course, is very dry, and pets and people, and so.
Interesting to see what people will continue to say.
Yeah. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. President Trump shifting focus with a flurry of social media posts as pressure builds over the release of the Epstein-related documents. We have the very latest in what is being considered a growing controversy.
But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
Family owned locally since 1962. Come check out what's in stock and on sale at Fred's Appliance. Save $370 on the Whirlpool Hybrid Washer Dryer Pair. The washer features a large capacity dual action agitator and 12 different wash cycles. So whether it's a heavy or light load, you've got options. At Fred's, our Get It Today inventory and 30-day low price guarantee makes us the most convenient choice. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. From travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
Hi, I'm Christine Connolly, local realtor with As You Wish Real Estate Team. We offer full concierge services. Our handyman contractors will take care of everything and you won't pay anything until closing. I'm a proud sponsor of Operation Best Friend. Remember, you only get one chance to make a first impression.
Millionaire is back.
Can we keep the money ourselves?
And this season, it's personal.
Do we love Matt Damon or what?
I'm coming on Jeopardy with someone you hate.
An all-new season of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire starts Wednesday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this morning's temperatures. We start off in Kittitas County, where we're mostly in the 50s, but we are seeing some low 60s down towards Vantage. In the Yakima Valley, mid to upper 50s. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, also looks like mid to upper 50s. In the Blue Foothills, mostly mid to upper 50s. We are seeing some low 60s in the Walla Walla Valley, and then 40s and 50s in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. Here's your CoCast for today for the Tri-Cities. Light jacket stuff for this morning. Going to be sunny and 75 around 10 this morning. And then after that, of course, it's going to be plenty of t-shirt weather. So for today, hotter compared to yesterday, still about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. We can't rule out a few showers or thunderstorms for the foothills, for the valleys, or for the mountains, but I think the basin will mostly keep it dry. Now let's talk about Futurecast upper level wildfire smoke. We're not going to see much on the map over the next couple days. This gray color indicates very light upper level wildfire smoke. So this is going to be hard to even see up in the sky. You're probably not going to be able to smell it. And the rainfall from yesterday helped out with some of the area fires. So that's some good news. So we'll continue to see this constant onslaught of very light upper level smoke over the next couple days. But back to the shower and thunderstorm potential for today. I'll time that out with a different iteration of Futurecast. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. Getting to our national news this morning. President Trump is addressing a wide range of topics online, drawing attention as questions grow over the release of records tied to Jeffrey Epstein. Nicole D'Antonio has the details.
This morning, President Trump appears eager to change the subject away from sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. On his social media platform, firing off a number of posts on a wide range of topics, including the murder case involving Bryan Kohberger, attacking the judge overseeing the government's legal fight with Harvard, and also demanding that the Washington Commanders change their name back to the Washington Redskins. Critics even accused the administration of releasing thousands of documents relating to the Martin Luther King assassination in an attempt to distract attention, which brought this reaction from King's daughter on social media, saying, quote, "Now do the Epstein files." Former Republican Congressman Joe Walsh, who ran against the president in 2020, posting on social media that, quote, "Trump is scared to death of the Epstein files." The president also ordered the Justice Department to ask the courts to release the grand jury testimony in the case, but stopped short of telling the Justice Department to release all the files. ABC's Mary Bruce pressed the White House for an explanation.
Why hasn't the president just ordered the FBI to release the full Epstein files, just get it all out there?
The president has said if the Department of Justice and the FBI want to move forward with releasing any further credible evidence, they should do so. As to why they have or have not or will, you should ask the FBI.
But does he still anticipate releasing more information, Caroline?
It's up to the Attorney General.
On Capitol Hill, the Epstein firestorm now paralyzing lawmakers for a second week. The GOP-led Rules Committee came to a halt Monday when Democrats announced they plan to force a committee vote on bipartisan legislation that would call for the release of the Epstein files. Republicans on the panel deciding to recess the meeting.
Majority Leader Steve Scilly is saying that it's unlikely the Rules Committee would reconvene this week. They're waiting until after the August recess. We'll keep you updated. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He'll have your full first alert forecast. As we give you that live look outside this morning from our Legends Casino and Hotel Sky camera at Richland's Columbia Point. It is 5:16 and we're back after the break.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
System 1 loaded.
Our number one service here at NIU Women's Clinic and Aesthetics is our weight loss program. Our program is really focused on a lifestyle change. We want our patients to be able to lose around 10 to 15 pounds of weight loss a month is what we see. But when they're done with us on the program, we want them to be able to keep that weight off. We don't want to see them yo-yo.
So I've lost about 40 to 50 pounds, and that's been over the span of 3 to 4 months. At my peak, I think I was losing probably 10 pounds a week. It was quite a bit, and I just noticed it was falling off of me.
So we are proud to announce that we are releasing a virtual weight loss program. What makes our program so successful for both men and women is the fact that we are treating exactly the reason why you're gaining this weight in the first place. By addressing your insulin insensitivity, your hormone balancing, your lifestyle, treating everything. We really focus on you and your needs.
Now open in Yakima. Go to newuwomensclinic.com to start your weight loss journey today. Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and time out the rest of the day with Futurecast. We will have these little shower and thunderstorm chances across the map for today, so we'll put this into motion. And it's really going to be after lunchtime. That's when they'll start to fire up. This iteration of Futurecast is really highlighting the Yakima Valley and the Cascades, but I'm saying across the map today it would be about 10 to 30% chances, maybe a little bit less than that for some portions of the lower Columbia Basin. After 8 p.m., we lose daytime heating, and so we'll lose pretty much all the showers and thunderstorms off the map. So for today, other than the shower and thunderstorm chances, it's going to be a bright day, and it's going to be a warmer day as highs are going to be about still 5 degrees cooler than normal, but 10 degrees warmer as opposed to yesterday. So a lot of us are going to be around 90, going to be in the 60s and 70s up in the mountains. And winds fairly light, could be a little bit breezy in the Kittitas Valley and up in the Cascades, but most of us seeing light winds for today. Then for tonight, a few lingering showers and thunderstorms possible, mainly in the blues, but like you saw in Futurecast, once the sun goes down, most of that off the map. Overnight lows down into the 50s and 60s for the valleys, basin, and foothills, and 40s and 50s up in the mountains. For tomorrow, a little bit hotter. Now we're going to be seasonal for this time of the year. Mid-90s in the lower Columbia Basin. In general, low to mid-90s for the valleys, basin, and foothills, and then 70s and 80s in the mountains. Will be a smidge hotter for Thursday. Only a few degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Then a little bit cooler for Friday through Sunday, and then warming up again by the beginning of next week. So high temperatures going up, going down in general. Pretty average though. And unfortunately, not much rainfall in the forecast at all. Today is going to be your best shot, and then after that, the sky faucet's going to turn off. So staying hot, staying dry, which means vegetation dryness is poised to go back up, and so will fire danger. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. One final day of 80s before it's a whole lot of highs in the 90s for Wednesday through Monday. In Yakima, a few thunderstorms possible today, but dry and hot past Wednesday. In Ellensburg, also tracking the possibility of a few thunderstorms today, then keeping a close eye on some stronger winds for Thursday and Friday. In Hermiston, dry and hot over the next week with a breezy stretch from Thursday through Sunday. Then for Walla Walla, maybe a shower thunderstorm left over today. Then the weather turns pretty calm for the rest of the forecast period.
Thanks so much, Josh. 521 still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. It is Shark Week, and one survivor is putting himself back in harm's way to teach you how to stay safe in the water. That's coming up in your entertainment headlines after the break.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row. We're celebrating, and that means the more you buy, the more you save. Take $100 off every $1,000 you spend when you liven up your living room. Dazzle with an all-new dining room, embellish and beautify your bedroom, and supercharge your sleep life with a new mattress. And furnishing your home has never been easier with 48 months no-interest financing. That's right, no interest for 4 years. The anniversary sale, on now at Furniture Row.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
At Bruce Heating and Air, our technicians are not incentivized by commissions or to find problems. We only look for solutions to keep you cool. Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,650 off on a new Daikin Fit system.
Summer adventure awaits in a rugged new Honda. It's time to chase the sun wherever it takes you. With impressive Honda capability and exciting performance. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V Hybrid.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Hey there, cool cats and groovy gals. Looking for a place where the good times roll? Cruise into Town Square Adult Day Center in Kennewick, where the jukebox is jumping and the vibes are always good. Games, music, laughs, and a crew that treats you like solid gold. Way more fun than sitting at home watching the tube. Don't be a square. Make every day a blast from the past. Check out our early enrollment specials. Town Square Adult Day Center, where feeling young at heart is always in style.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Real Estate Services, Christine Connolly, Realtor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest and your entertainment headlines. Just in time for summer adventures, Shark Week is back with an intense new lineup.
Yeah, you know, my kids had no idea what this was until now.
Oh, okay.
And they've been hearing about it more. Well, I mean, when they're too little, you don't.
Right, yeah. You don't want to scare them.
I like them to like the water, yeah. But now Jax is all about it. He goes, when's it start?
It's exciting, yeah, once you realize the whole thing.
Yeah, so one of the shows actually features a diver who knows firsthand what it's like to survive a shark attack, and he's diving back in to help others do the same thing.
From bite simulations to real-time survival tactics, he's turning a traumatic experience into a powerful teaching tool. Rick Damigella has the story.
It's a beautiful day. You're out fishing, but what you don't realize, not only does the kayak look like a prey source, the paddles, they're almost like fins gliding through the water.
The summer tradition of Shark Week is back with an instructional new show.
Never dangle anything over the side. That's one of the most dangerous things you can do.
Diver, author, and shark attack survivor Paul DeGelder is part of 4 new programs during Shark Week, including How to Survive a Shark Attack,
where I actively get bitten by multiple sharks in multiple scenarios to try and teach people how to survive or how to help someone that they're with who's been attacked by a shark.
Off the coast of Grand Bahama, Paul DeGelder and his team are demonstrating how to survive a shark attack.
I think it's a really important show to make. It's very personal to me because I don't want people to have to go through the pain and trauma and torment that I went through.
The prosthetic limb releases synthetic blood, which could trigger a feeding frenzy.
They're just sharks doing sharky stuff. That's their home. We're interjecting ourselves into their world, so we need to respect them. And, you know, I never blame the shark for nearly killing me.
They're starting to bump me now.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Everybody that deals with sharks always talks about how like gentle and docile they are. They just like kind of mind their own business.
Those sharks weren't minding their own business.
Yeah,
they were all up in his business.
Yeah, I think they were up in their business first.
He said they were just sharks doing sharky stuff.
Yeah.
But I wonder with the prosthetic coming off, like with the fake blood that got released, I wonder if there were traces of real blood in that to simulate like sharks circling
like
blood in the
smell
water.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Chum.
Trigger them.
Yeah. Wonder. Scary stuff.
I don't want to be there to find out.
I like watching like shark movies and things like that. But
well, I mean, he really is trying to kind of like give this service back from his traumatic experience and lead others to just
people
kind of
doing good
understand.
Things.
Paying it forward in a strange way. Yes.
Yeah, 5:27. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Countdown is on for Tri-City waterfallies. From early campouts to up-close boat displays, fans are gearing up for a high-octane weekend on the river.
But before you jump in the river to cool off, there's something lurking in the water that you'll want to know about. And we have all the details that you need to know in the next half hour. But first, we're going to check out your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Google is offering a sneak peek at its latest phone nearly a month before it launches. The reveal came after renders of the Pixel 10 were leaked online. The phone looks a lot like the Pixel 9, but there is a third back camera, reportedly a telephoto sensor. Next, Mercedes-Benz is slamming the brakes on production of its EQ electric vehicles for the U.S. market. No new orders are being accepted, and they will stop being made at the end of August. Reasons include weak sales, harsh reviews, and the expiring electric vehicle tax credit. Finally, the long-touted Tesla Diner is officially open in Hollywood. It allows drivers to get something to eat while using one of the 80 superchargers to charge their cars. Elon Musk first announced his intention to build the diner back in 2018. He says, if this one works out, well, others could be built. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first.
First night in the new house, yes.
Like you know to check the neighbors first, before buying a house.
What was that? What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Greatness hurts. And so can being a fan. That's why we're there with fast, effective pain relief. That's Tylenol. That's care without limits.
Why is Special K so special? The multigrain flakes? Oh, right, I see, it's the real fruit. Oh, wait, can you go back to the berries? Special K, special for a reason.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, so we had a little bit of a cool down yesterday from that drizzle or rain. A little tiny bit?
A little sprinkle.
Yeah, it was a little. I didn't say there was going to be a lot here. There was a little bit, and it cooled us off, and it did what it needed to do. And the forecast did what it needed to do as well. It's our 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by our good friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel. Yesterday went with the forecast high of 80 in Pasco Tri-Cities. It verified at 81, so the jackpot went up to $75. So for today, going with a forecast high of 89, definitely hotter out there. So if it verifies between 86 to 92, the jackpot's going to hit $100. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, now what's on your screen is a live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. Remember earlier I said, oh, you're not going to be able to tell the haze is up in the sky. Well, at the peak of daytime heating in the afternoon, you won't be able to tell. Definitely seeing some light haze out there for this morning, but no big time reductions in air quality. We're in the 50s and 60s this morning for lower elevations, 40s up in the Cascades and 40s and 50s up in the Blues. Your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities going to be around sunny and 75 by 10 this morning, 80 around lunchtime, and then mid-90s, mid to upper 80s at the peak of daytime heating. Some of us in the basin perhaps touching 90. We could have a few leftover showers or thunderstorms from yesterday, about 10 to 30% chances in the valleys, in the foothills, and in the mountains, probably keeping it mostly dry in the basin. We'll keep a close eye on it. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast, and also I'll show you how vegetation dryness, we saw a lot of progress yesterday with the rain, but that situation is going to backslide over the next couple days. So I'll tell you about that coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. We begin this half hour of news in Benton County with a health alert. The Benton Franklin Health District is asking people to be cautious and stay out of parts of the Columbia River.
Now, this comes after reports of swimmer's itch poured in from over the weekend. So swimmer's itch is caused by a parasite in the water, and health officials say it usually affects birds and other mammals, but it can also affect people.
So while it doesn't lead to any long-term health issues, health officials do say it could result in a secondary infection. So to avoid it, don't swim in areas where it's been reported.
And you can also apply waterproof sunscreen before swimming. And also, if you've been looking to adopt a new furry friend, the Yakima Humane Society has a lot to choose from and some good deals. And the shelter is having its annual Christmas in July sale. So puppies and kittens are half price, and adult dogs and cats are also discounted. The director of shelter operations says July is always a heavy month for puppies and kittens, but there have been even more puppies than usual this year. And this puts a strain on the shelter's operations.
It can be really hard on the staff because we can only hold so many animals no matter what, and we are always at capacity. So what we do is we have a wait list, and that means this time of year, because the number of animals coming in and the number leaving, they have to match up. So our wait list is just growing.
The shelter has seen a small uptick in adoptions this month, and it's hoping more animals will be adopted by the end of the sale. And also, the Benton County Canine Shelter is getting a major upgrade, all to help make more room for this growing number of dogs that are coming in.
Yeah, just last year, the shelter had fewer than 20 kennels and was running into some serious space issues with the steady influx of dogs. Well, now the funding from Benton County, that number is about to triple. The remodel will expand the shelter to nearly 60 kennels, including around 13 for dangerous dogs, plus new puppy rooms. Staff says the number of dogs needing shelter has surged since the pandemic.
After that happened, it was just kind of went rampant with stray dogs and dogs being abandoned, or you name it, dogs were needing to come in, also being surrendered. A lot of people after COVID kind of realized they didn't have the time for certain dogs, and a lot of people were looking to surrender them.
Shelter officials say the renovations are expected to be finished by the end of October.
5:34 now, and the 60th Tri-City Water Follies is taking place this weekend, and it all starts on Friday.
That's right. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable was down by the Columbia River and found some people are getting in on the action a little early.
Races for the 2025 Tri-City Water Follies might not start until Friday, but boat race fans can still enjoy some events leading up to the races weekend. This Wednesday, July 23rd from 4 to 6 p.m., hydroplanes will be on display in the Apollo Mechanical Contractors parking lot on North Columbia Center Boulevard in Richland.
We have 4 to 5 H1 hydroplanes here, and for the most part, when people go to the boat races, they don't get to get up close and personal with the boats unless you're in the pit. And so this is an opportunity to meet the crews before they go out to the park and say hi.
We're 4 days out and people are already claiming their spots along the Columbia River to watch those rooster tails fly.
We're setting up for water follies, getting our land claimed. That way we can have a nice spot when we come in on Friday.
This is the 60th year of the Tri-City Water Follies. Attending the races has become a tradition that has been passed down by generations.
My brother and I have been doing this pretty much our entire life since we were younger than these kids right here, which are mine. So yeah, we just are kind of passing on the tradition.
This year there are going to be more heats than in previous years because we're adding 2 whole new classes of hydroplane racing, so the 1.5 and the 2.5. So boat race people kind of know what to expect when they're coming, but there's going to be even more excitement on the water this year.
Following the boat display on Wednesday, the festivities will kick off Friday with races and the air show. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And the Gold Cup, the oldest trophy in motorsports history, comes to the Tri-City Water Follies this year.
And the Gold Cup dates back to 1904. That's how old it is.
It's pretty incredible. So it was actually displayed just this past weekend at the Miss Tri-Cities Scholarship Organization pageant.
I saw that.
And it has to be, I mean, it's handled with white gloves. It's very heavy. It's all,
I'd be scared to just touch it,
Yeah, well, yeah, you're not allowed to. So you shouldn't be scared to touch it.
Well, I wouldn't do that anyways. Jeez.
Don't tap the grass.
Yeah, there we go.
But no, it is pretty incredible to see in person.
And it's like humongous.
It's huge, yeah. And Water Follies is always such an exciting time for our area.
We're about to hear the planes and the hydroplanes.
I love it. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Speaking of Miss Tri-Cities, the competition did take place over the weekend. And coming up, we get to meet our new Miss Tri-Cities team.
Exciting stuff, and also hopefully some exciting weather. Josh Colbert will let us know, and he'll have that after the break. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
This newscast sponsored by Shriners Children Spokane.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out for an unforgettable adventure, or take a sporty sedan for a spin, all while driving with confidence. See what makes Honda the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.49% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
Before, our service would be in and out. We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network, and with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite and give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Prepare yourselves for one of the greatest Motown and R&B artists of all time. The Commodores are coming to the Tri-Cities July 26th. With 75 million albums sold, this legendary group will bring the funk to the Hapo Center with favorites like Brick House, Night Shift, and many more. Go to CommodoresLive.com and get your tickets now. Don't miss this opportunity to see the legendary Commodores live.
Hi, I'm Debbie Robertson. I'm just putting on the sales tags for the Nissan Summer Sales Event going on right now at Bill Robertson Nissan. We brought in extra inventory just for this event.
Drive a new Nissan Rogue, 0% financing for 60 months and sale priced at $31,999. Or step up to a 2025 Pathfinder, 0% for 60 months starting at just $36,950. Get into a brand new Murano, 0% for 60 months starting at $41,999.
So come see us today at Bill and Debbie Robertson Nissan.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
GMA this week will be fantastic when the stars of this summer's most anticipated movie, The Fantastic Four, take over GMA.
That's what you call a tease, folks.
Plus, Judge Judy, Martin Short, and Jimmy Kimmel on America's favorite morning show.
Good morning, America.
Hi, I'm Martin Short, the new host of Match Game. I ask questions, and the stars write down whatever pops into their head. Hot nuts.
Mittens. Crotch cozies.
Match Game premieres Wednesday on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County, where it is going to be a little bit breezy today in the mountains and the valley. Peak gusts between 15 to 20 miles per hour. Going to be in the low 70s up towards the past mid-80s in Ellensburg. Then in the Yakima Valley, will be in the mid to upper 80s. By the way, across the map for today, about 10 to 30% chances of showers and thunderstorms. I think the only places that would be sort of excluded from that would be the Tri-Cities and down towards Hermiston. But otherwise for the basin, highs around 90, light winds. Then for the foothills will be mostly in the mid to upper 80s, 70s and 80s for the Blue Mountains. And there could also be a small chance of some showers or thunderstorms for the foothills or blues. Okay, vegetation dryness for today, and remember that all of these levels have been adjusted per typical dryness per microclimate. Remember, yesterday there were reds on this map. Today, just yellows and greens and oranges. Still an elevated level of dryness in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin and the southern blues. But this map doesn't look half bad for the late portion of July. Unfortunately, just give it a couple more days. We'll be dry. We're going to heat things up. We'll be back to critically dry vegetation for lower elevations. Elevated levels of dryness still for the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin and the blues. And unfortunately, it looks like we don't have much rainfall in the forecast to help out with this situation. So I'll show you a hot and dry next 7 days coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much. Well, check this out. The Miss Tri-Cities competition took place over the weekend, and now we have two incredible new title holders.
And Jade over here got to MC the event, which you do every year, and you're a part of this growing sisterhood, so you know these girls pretty well.
I do, and it is such an incredible organization for any young woman to become involved in our community. These two young ladies are so deserving of this title, but so is everyone that came out to compete in the competition.
And I got to meet them yesterday, and I wanted to, get to know them, get to know our new title holders. So in this hour, we're gonna get the chance to meet our new Miss Teen Tri-Cities. All right, check this out. We have new royalty in the house. So the Miss Tri-Cities and Miss Tri-Cities teen competition took place over the weekend, and we're excited to introduce you to our new 2026 Miss Tri-Cities Outstanding Teen, Marcy Mendoza. Marcy, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us. So can you tell me a little bit about the journey to the competition?
Yes, the journey has been absolutely phenomenal. I have built relationships with my contestants. They've become more of sisters than friends. And then getting to learn about all these women who have been here before me, it's not just a competition. It's kind of a legacy, you know. I'm a part of something much bigger now.
It's like a sisterhood.
Yes, these strong women who wanted to further their education and better their community. So it's really been such an amazing experience.
And it's always so great to have mentors like that.
Yes.
And you guys have a community service outreach initiative, something like that?
Yes, CSI, Community Service Initiative.
And so what is yours?
My community service initiative is Paint a Path. Paint a Path is basically started when I was diagnosed as learning disabled, so I always struggled with this self-emotion and everything. I didn't know how to express myself until I found art. Art became like my passion and something that really drove me in school. It's what kind of got me through all of school. And I've created Paint a Path with that. I've sold my own art to fund it. I've created my own coloring pages.
That's amazing.
I'm at a local gallery called the Art Gallery in the Parkway. Absolutely love. And it's been such an amazing thing for me, and I've met so many wonderful people through it.
And is it painting? Is it a specific?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm really into acrylic and abstract. That's my style. It's very self-expressive, I would say. It's just so powerful.
Do you think your art is what led you to the competition also? Like that's how you got started in it, or that helped you find your voice or your path?
Yes, it definitely did. Like I can express my emotions with this. I can also share my art with others more through this program. It's really altogether such a big win.
That's amazing. And so what is next for you? Where do you see yourself in maybe after this, after a year or a few years?
What's next? I would really love to go to UW or Arizona State University. Those are my goals, and I would love to study business management as well, or law. I'm really big on law. I love law enforcement, so I feel like that's where I'll be.
And is there anything you want people at home who are just now seeing this for the first time or meeting you for the first time that you would like them to know about you?
I'm a hard worker. I'll work harder than everyone else in the room. I show up on time, and you can always rely on me. I'll always be there.
And that's clear too. So congratulations again, Marcy.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Of course, and we wish you all the best and can't wait to see where your endeavors take you.
Thank you.
The absolute sweetest. She's just a little
lovely in person. Yeah. Oh my God, the cutest.
I know, beauty on the inside and the outside. And yeah, so excited for her year of service as she prepares now for the Miss Washington Teens competition that will take place next July. So,
and then her painting, community service outreach.
Yeah, no, it'll be a fun year for her for sure, and we will follow it along the way. And then coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, we're going to meet our new Miss Tri-Cities, so you're going to want to stick around for that as well.
But coming up next, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door, and Josh will be back with your full First Alert weather forecast. We'll be right back after the break.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and get 48 months no interest financing. The anniversary sale on now at Furniture Row.
Get 2.9% APR for 60 months on a 2025 Cadillac Lyriq. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
This is Apple Valley Eats.
Ready to shake up your dining experience? Legends Casino Hotel has something for every taste. At Lucky Shots Coffee Bar, it's more than just coffee. Frothy lattes, bold espressos, hearty sandwiches, desserts, and more. Lucky Shots has a winning hand of flavors any time of the day. Join us for our full-service menu, or dive into our legendary buffet options, including our salad bar and a variety of desserts that will have you coming back for seconds. Explore the newly updated food court with so many choices to satisfy your craving. At Fortune's, savor a customized crab boil fit for a king, queen, or joker with all the extras. Try the crab boil with one of our specialty sauces, big enough to share, but don't be slow with your fork. This is good eating. Burger lovers, head to Legendary Burgers. Try the Mount Adams or go classic with fries and a Huckleberry shake. Craving pizza, pasta, and more? Creations has you covered. After that custom-made pizza pie, don't forget dessert. You just gotta try our house-made cannoli. For authentic Mexican-style cooking, Madre's Mexican Kitchen is a must. With fresh homemade tortillas and savory sauces, you will not be disappointed. Try our enchiladas, street tacos, or something new to you. Madre's is sure to bring it home. Whether you're here to dine or unwind, Legends Casino Hotel has a world of exciting flavors waiting for you. Bring your appetite, your friends and family, and let the culinary journey begin.
It's the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And that means 30% off all Doctor's Choice Original and Hybrid. Or save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score 48 months no interest plus free shipping. But hurry, the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Stacy Lee. First Alert Weather. Watch tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through the rest of the day with Futurecast. And as we put this into motion, you can see all is going to be calm really up until lunchtime. Then after that, that's when we'll start to see some showers and thunderstorms popping up across the map. Futurecast is really liking the idea of this being in the valleys and Cascades, but I personally think that there's also a decent chance in the foothills and in the blues. Across the map today, 10 to 30% chances. If any place got excluded from that, that would probably be in the lower Columbia Basin. After 8 p.m., most of this is going to fall off the map as we lose daytime heating. So for today, other than the thunderstorm potential, it's going to be bright and it is going to be warm, but still about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. So a lot of us are going to have a hard time making it up to 90 in our lower elevations, 60s and 70s up in the mountains. Winds fairly light for today, could be a little bit breezy after 2 p.m. in the Kittitas Valley, and then also down towards the Dalles and up in the Cascades. Then for tonight, like you saw in Futurecast, mostly dry once we get past 8 p.m. Clear skies at that point, and overnight lows mild as we'll have 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 40s and 50s in the mountains. Now for tomorrow, finally a return to seasonal high temperatures for this time of the year, mid-90s in the lower Columbia Basin. In fact, low to mid-90s, a pretty safe bet for the valleys, for the basin, and for the foothills, 70s and 80s up in the mountains. Will actually be a smidge hotter for Thursday, but this is only a few degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Cooler into Friday and Saturday, then warmer for Sunday and Monday. So in general, up and down high temperatures over the next 7 days, but pretty hot if you average it all out. And then it's going to be pretty dry as well for Wednesday through Monday. So with the heat, with the dryness, this means that vegetation dryness is going to go back up, and eventually fire danger will go back up as well. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. One final day of the 80s before it's a whole lot of highs in the 90s for Wednesday through Monday. In Yakima, a few thunderstorms possible today, but dry and hot past Wednesday. In Ellensburg, also tracking the possibility of a few thunderstorms today, and keeping a close eye on some stronger winds for Thursday and Friday. In Hermiston, dry and hot over the next week with a breezy stretch from Thursday through Sunday. Finally for Walla Walla, maybe a shower thunderstorm left over today, then the weather turns pretty calm for the rest of the forecast period.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 5:52. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
And we start with the top 5 local things that you need to know this morning, starting in Pasco, where the city is moving forward with a new city manager. Council members unanimously approved a contract with Harold Stewart, who brings over 2 decades of public service, including 12 years in city management. The mayor says Stewart's leadership stood out, and he is confident that he'll serve in all parts of the community.
In Kennewick, a man is under arrest after allegedly trying to kidnap a woman at a storage facility. Police say he grabbed her keys and tried to force her into his car, but she managed to escape. Officers tracked the suspect to an apartment on Tweed Street and got him to surrender.
Also in Kennewick, the city's decision to lift its fireworks ban back in 2022 is lighting up some strong opinions this summer. Some residents want to bring the ban back, citing fire danger and safety. Others say the new rules bring communities together and support local businesses. They're urging city leaders not to reverse course.
And health officials are urging people to stay out of parts of the Columbia River after several reports of swimmer's itch. It's a red, itchy rash caused by a parasite. It's not dangerous, but it can lead to infection if scratched.
And in Yakima, the Humane Society is holding a Christmas in July adoption event. Puppies and kittens are half off, and discounts are available for adult dogs and cats too. The shelter says it's overflowing, especially with puppies, and hopes the deals will help find the animals some more homes.
In your national headlines this morning, a federal judge has sentenced a former police officer convicted in the Breonna Taylor raid to 33 months in prison. Brett Hankison was found guilty last year of violating Taylor's civil rights during a no-knock police raid in 2020 that led to her death. Hankison fired several shots through Taylor's bedroom window during the raid of her home, and the DOJ argued that Hankison did not shoot Taylor and is not responsible for her death. Federal prosecutors had asked that Hankison receive only a one-day sentence.
5:54 in your business headlines this morning. There is a new unique attraction coming to LA for Tesla drivers. This is an outside look at Elon Musk's new 24-hour diner and drive-in theater in Hollywood. The state-of-the-art facility will become a place where Tesla drivers can go to charge up their electric vehicles and enjoy food and a movie while they wait. According to reports, Musk is also trying to recruit high-profile chefs. An official opening date has not yet been announced.
In your health headlines, the Health and Human Services Department is taking action to ensure organ donation is carried out properly. This comes after a federal investigation found problems with how an organization in the Kentucky region handled donations. Investigators examined more than 350 cases and found about 70 patients had neurological problems that made them unfit for organ donation. And 28 cases had involved patients who may not have been dead at the time that the process had began.
5:55, talking sports this morning. It was a rough night for the Seattle Mariners last night as they faced the Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee, looking to keep their 11-game win streak, left the Mariners certainly feeling the pressure. In the end, Mariners left the field with 0 runs, keeping the Brewers' streak alive. That could change tonight, though, as the teams face off once again.
Looking at trending news now, someone has eaten the viral $6 million banana art again.
I was gonna say, I feel like this has happened before. So Maurizio Catalanis, his artwork titled Comedian is at a museum in France. And it's exactly what it looks like. A real banana duct taped to a wall.
Art.
According to the museum. I was gonna say, it's like
art for maybe like a chimpanzee.
Or like something that my kids would do.
Yeah.
So someone ate the fruit on July 12th. Security team acted quickly. According to international procedures, a reinstalled fresh banana and a few minutes later, it installed a few minutes later.
Wait.
When they reacted quickly, do you think first they were like trying to do the Heimlich? Like,
I would like to think they slipped on the banana peel on the way over there.
Sure, some Looney Tunes stuff. Well, the banana is replaced on a regular basis anyway due to it being perishable.
Oh, okay, that was my question.
Yeah. This was not the first time the artwork has been eaten.
Oh. So
Why,
it's not the original. It's not the, no one wants the original banana,
Well,
but
I think that one's probably eaten too.
yeah. So, I mean,
How about we just eat
okay.
this concept
This
once
is
and
a
for all?
social experiment. I'm convinced. You know?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 5:56, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Straying abandoned dogs overwhelming local shelters, but one Tri-Cities facility is getting a major upgrade to meet that demand.
And she's 6 stories tall, made of tin, and just turned 144. Coming up, we'll take you to the birthday party for America's oldest roadside attraction. All those details in our 6 o'clock hour. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Yeah, I am tracking some leftover thunderstorm chances for today, and then after that, it's just typical summer weather. It's going to be hot, it's going to be dry. I'll tell you how hot coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.